Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the real raw cultural differences between Korea and Japan. You see, I'm actually Korean Japanese and I spent the first 18 years of my life living and growing up in South Korea. So going into college, I moved to Japan thinking, hey, I speak the language. They are neighboring countries. The cultures are pretty similar. I got this. Oh boy, was I wrong? Moving to Japan and actually living here was a non-stop series of, wait, what? Is this real moment? Today, I'm going to share some juicy stories about my life in Japan, including the terrifying peer pressure I felt at the college camp and the bizarre reverse culture shock I experienced when I finally went back to Korea. If you're interested in Asian culture and social dynamics, you're going to love this one. Let's get into it. The very first thing that shocked me was the absolute pin drop silence on Japanese trains. In Korea, subways and buses are lively. People chat with friends at a normal volume, and answering phone calls is totally normal. It's a social space. But the first time I got onto a train in Japan, it felt like entering a library during finals week. Everyone was completely silent. Now I'm used to it. But a while back, one of my friends from Korea came to visit me in Tokyo for the first time. The exact moment we stepped onto the train, she got completely overwhelmed by this intense, quiet atmosphere. To give you an idea of how terrified she was, she did not say a single solitary word to me the entire time we went on public transit. Every time I tried to start casual conversation, she would give me this panicked death stare like, shh, do you want us to get arrested? I'm exaggerating, but seeing her freak out made me realize just how intense Japan's public etiquette can feel to an outsider. The second major shock was the unspoken peer pressure, or what Japanese people call kuki o yomu, reading the room. In Korea, people are generally straightforward. If they have an opinion, they tell you. In Japan, you are expected to look at cues, eye contact, and read the air to conform. During my freshman year of college, I went to a weekend camp with my K-pop dance club. At night, everyone gathered around to drink. Since I didn't know my alcohol tolerance at the time, I politely said, hey, I'm going to skip drinking tonight and I just drink soft drinks. And right after I said that, this one Japanese girl just stared at me. No blinking, completely silent, just glaring at me with a look of pure judgment. She didn't say, oh, come on, don't ruin the room, or why aren't you drinking? Nothing. But her eyes were screaming, why are you being different when everyone else is conforming? It was my very first time experiencing that notorious Japanese unspoken peer pressure. On the flip side, at the acting school I currently attend, I always speak my mind and ask questions without filtering myself because of my Korean upbringing. And my Japanese friends actually come up to me and say, wow, I think it's so amazing that you can speak your mind so confidently. It made me realize that in Japan, just being assertive is seen as a rare superpower. The third thing is the extreme contrast in customer service. Japan's customer service is legendary for being the most polite in the world. Maybe you know that. But because I adapted to Japan so well, I got a massive reverse culture shock when I went back to Korea to visit my family. I landed at the Korean airport and was waiting for my luggage when my phone suddenly died. I desperately needed to call my mom because my mom tried to pick me up. I walked up to an airport staff member and politely asked, "Excuse me, my phone died. Is there any way I could borrow a phone for just 1 minute?" The staff member, with a completely deadpan, expressionless face, just pointed her chin toward a distance and muttered, "Public phones over there, just use that." So experiencing that raw, blunt Korean response after a long time actually hurt my feelings a little bit. Later that day, I went to a casual local restaurant called Kimbap Cheongguk, and the lady taking my order was, "What do you want?" in a very aggressive tone. My Korean friend sitting next to me was completely unfazed, like, "Yeah, this is normal." But for me, I was sitting there sweating, thinking, "Oh my God, did I do something wrong? Why is she so mad at me? And why does she talk like that?" I lived in Korea for 18 years, but living in Japan for just a few years completely rewired my brain. Japan has this meticulous, quiet kindness designed to never hurt anyone's feelings. Korean can seem cold at first, but underneath, it's actually full of warmth and human connection. Being stuck in the middle as a mixed race person, I can tell you that neither is right or wrong. They are just beautiful, distinct cultures, even though my brain glitches out trying to balance both. Have you guys ever experienced a crazy culture shock when traveling or studying abroad in Japan or Korea? Let me know your thoughts and your own stories in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!